Mountain towns have long been a sought-after destination for those looking to escape the busyness of everyday life. But once quaint and peaceful, lately these towns seem to have become increasingly overcrowded. So, is there any hope if you're looking for a peaceful getaway? Luckily, there is, because today on Across the Globe, we're going to be looking at the top 10 mountain towns nobody knows about. Number 10. Midway, Utah. Only about a 50-minute drive from Salt Lake City, Midway is located at the base of the scenic Wasatch Mountains, and this town of 6,300 is great for visitors no matter the season. In the winter, there's skiing at nearby Jupiter Peak, which consists of about 900 acres of pristine slopes. In the summer, you can go golfing, hiking, or camping at Wasatch Mountain State Park, or even visit the Timpanogos Caves, where an hour-long guided tour will lead you along a 1.5-mile path up to the caves. And year-round, you can enjoy the Homestead Crater, a local geothermal spring with water temperatures that range from about 90 to 96 degrees Fahrenheit. After a day spent enjoying all the outdoor offerings this town has, you might find yourself wandering around Midway's quaint downtown, which has plenty of stores and antique shops. Of course, given the majestic scenery, simply sitting outside and enjoying the view is pretty great too. Number 9. FROSTBURG, Maryland. FROSTBURG is a town of about 7,000 people, located in northwest Maryland amongst the Allegheny Mountains. It's also the home of Frostburg State University, making Frostburg feel like a bustling college town and peaceful mountain town all in one. Together with Frostburg's neighboring town, Cumberland, it makes up the so-called Twin Cities of the Maryland Mountain, and there's a good reason for that name. Both towns are connected by a hiking trail known as the Great Allegheny Passage. They're also linked by the Maryland Scenic Railroad Trail, which allows you to take a train ride between the two while enjoying live music and food and drink on board. As if opportunities for hiking and an old-fashioned train ride through the mountains weren't enough, you can also explore Frostburg's lively downtown, which has plenty of art galleries, shops, and restaurants. Number 8. PACKWOOD, Washington. PACKWOOD is one of the smallest mountain towns on our list, coming in at a population of a little less than 300 people, and the good news is, it's still pretty undiscovered. Located between Mount Rainier National Park and Mount St. Helens National Volcanic Monument, PACKWOOD is particularly great for those of you who are looking for a base camp to explore the parks from. But you might not even need to leave PACKWOOD to feel like you're there, given that in this town you get stunning views of the snow-capped peaks of Mount Rainier in the distance. PACKWOOD is a great spot for visitors in both the summer and in the winter. In the summer months, you can enjoy the local flea market or fish, kayak, mountain bike, or hike at any number of local attractions, including the Cowlitz River, PACKWOOD Lake, and Gifford-Pinchot National Forest. And in the winter, you can enjoy skiing, snowshoeing, or any other winter sport that suits your fancy. Number 7. Dillard, Georgia. Southern Living magazine has called Dillard the gateway to the Smokies due to its location in North Georgia on the edge of Smoky Mountains. Given this, I bet you can imagine how beautiful it is here. In fact, while Dillard's location may only be 100 miles from major Georgia cities like Atlanta, Greenville, and Asheville, it's just rural enough that you'll feel like you're in a different world. There are several state parks located nearby that are worth checking out, including Black Rock Mountain State Park and Tallulah Gorge State Park. The former is known as the highest altitude state park in Georgia, and the views from the top will earn you sweeping views of the Blue Ridge Mountains. If you visit Tallulah Gorge State Park, be sure to check out the 100-foot-tall waterfall located there. For those of you looking for more than a hike, you can enjoy whitewater rafting, fishing, golfing, or horseback riding. Or you could even try porch rocking. That's right, According to the city's tourism site, one of the favorite pastimes of residents here is sitting on their front porches and taking in the peace and quiet from the comfort of their rocking chairs. If that doesn't give you a sense of the laid-back, nature-appreciating mentality of this town, I don't know what will. Number 6. CARRABASSETT Valley, Maine. This mountain town of 777 attracts the most attention in the winter months because of its ski area, Sugarloaf Mountain. Sugarloaf is one of the largest skiing areas east of the Rockies and has even held events like the Junior Olympics. But you don't have to be a skier to enjoy a visit here. In the summer months, CARRABASSETT Valley is equally enjoyable and sees far fewer out-of-towners. You can enjoy a lazy summer afternoon golfing or choose to hike Mount Bigelow, which has breathtaking views of the surrounding landscape. If you're looking for the most scenic time of year to visit, you may want to consider going in the fall. That's when New England's fall foliage emerges in all of its glory, making you feel like you've stepped right into a postcard. Number 5. Del Norte, Colorado. Del Norte originally started as a miner's town, but today, this community of a little less than 1,500 is a mecca for those looking to spend time in nature. And with the town's 3,778 acres of land available for the public to enjoy, it's easy to see why. If you do decide to make a trip here, you'll have more than a few options of things to do. For starters, there's Lookout Mountain State Park, which features an 8,467-foot summit and 8 miles of trails. If you're more into fishing, you can try your hand at the Rio Grande River. Or if you're into rock climbing, you can check out Penitente Canyon, which has a remarkable 300 different climbing routes. Finally, if you visit during the winter, you can go skiing at Wolf Creek Ski Area, which is located about a 40-minute drive away. At the end of the day, stop by one of Del Norte's breweries or head to one of this town's restaurants to meet the friendly locals. Number 4. Truckee, California. This town may be only about 25 minutes away from Lake Tahoe, but in Truckee, you reap the benefits of the scenic beauty of the Sierra Nevada mountains without the crowding that comes with the main areas of Lake Tahoe. Originally a railroad town, Truckee is now made up of about 17,000 residents, plus a few savvy visitors who decide to check it out. Of course, when you're here, you shouldn't disregard Lake Tahoe completely, but there's a lot of other things located right in Truckee that's worth a visit too. For starters, there's Donner Memorial State Park, which has 8 miles of hiking trails and 2 miles of water frontage for fishing, and Donner Lake, where you can go kayaking or swimming. You can also go horseback riding at one of this town's local ranches or go skiing and snowshoeing if you're visiting in the winter. After a full day outside, replenish your energy levels by visiting one of the local restaurants in Truckee's historic downtown. And while you're there, check out one of the art galleries featuring work by local artists. Number 3. Sisters, Oregon. Sisters is situated about a 30-minute drive from Bend, Oregon. With a population of only about 3,000 and views of the snow-capped peaks of Mount Bachelor in the distance, this is truly a peaceful location perfect for the nature lovers among you. And speaking of nature, there's plenty of it. The surrounding area is known as the Three Sisters Wilderness and offers 281,000 acres of land and 260 miles of trails where you can hike past glaciers, waterfalls, lakes, and more. You can also explore the trails at Smith Rock State Park, about a 40-minute drive away, or go fishing at the 253-acre Subtle Lake. In the winter, pay a visit to Hoodoo Ski Area, which has 800 acres of land and 34 runs. Sisters also has a great little downtown and a pretty vibrant community that loves its share of events. For instance, the town hosts annual festivals including a rodeo, a quilt show, and a folk festival. Number 2. Homer, Alaska. The town of Homer is located about 225 miles or 4 to 5 hours by car, away from Anchorage, and has a population of a little over 5,700. Given this town's majestic landscape, you'll likely soon feel your day-to-day worries begin to melt away. Nestled on the Kachemak Bay and under the Kenai Mountains and volcanic peaks of Mount Augustine, Mount Iliamna, and Mount Redoubt, Homer is known to be one of the most beautiful towns in Alaska. During the day, you can go boating, fishing, hiking, or camping in the 400,000 acres of glaciers and mountains that make up Kachemak Bay State Park. Or you can choose to go on a whale watching tour for the chance to glimpse orca whales, gray whales, humpback whales, and even blue whales. Once you've wrapped up your day outside, you can head inside to one of Homer's cultural offerings like art galleries, museums, and live music venues. Number 1. Dubois, Wyoming. Located in the middle of the Absarokas and Wind River Mountains, this little community of about 900 feels like an old western town. And I'm not just saying that. Dubois has a historic downtown, complete with a general store and old western-themed taverns. But my guess is that you're probably not interested in Dubois just for the old western vibe, but also for the nature. Rest assured that you'll get plenty of that here. Dubois is located only about an hour from Yellowstone National Park and about the same distance from Grand Teton National Park. This makes it a great base camp for those who are looking to explore both. But that doesn't mean you can't find anything to do right here in Dubois. It's quite the opposite. For starters, you can explore the Whiskey Basin, which is over 12,700 acres and comes complete with glacial valleys, mountain views, waterfalls, and more. For the water sports lovers among you, you can canoe or kayak through the 2,000 rivers and streams in the Wind River Valley. Or you can pay a visit to Brooks Lake, which has fishing, camping, hiking, and opportunities for cross-country skiing and snowmobiling in the winter. What about the 10 states people are leaving? Watch this video to learn about that.